Hello there, everyone. My name is Matt, and we're going to play some Rebel Inc. today. This is a continuation of my weekly challenge series. Every week, Ndemic Creations releases a new normal challenge and a new brutal challenge with tactics and features that make it more difficult than the base game. I am going to open the brutal challenge, having never seen it before, analyze the various tactics and features, play through it, and hopefully win. And then I will post it online for all of you to see. I do want to mention that this is not a new player-friendly series. You do need some familiarity with the game. I am hoping to release a How to Play Rebel Inc. series at some point in the future. If by the time you are watching this that is available, then the link to it will be in the description. But if not, then be patient and it will come. But for now, let's go ahead and dive right into the challenge. Alright, we have Fierce Turquoise, Brutal Challenge. Okay, I think this map is Azure Dam. That's what it looks like. And then we have the Civil Servant over here. So he's vanilla, there's nothing special about him at all. He is the base governor, so no obvious advantages or disadvantages. Azure Dam, the main challenge of it is when you are actually trying to fix the dam, which I have not seen in a scenario yet, so I'm assuming that it's not something that is done there, and in that case it's just a standard map. Let's go ahead and take a look. We got some advisors. Let's see what we got here. That is the Impulsive Shopper. He is kind of a pain. He's one of the random ones. Spend money on random initiatives if you have more than 20. It can be helpful if you don't realize you have that amount of money and you're focusing on fighting insurgents or stuff, but for the most part, it's not super helpful. He will just kind of spend them on things that you might not necessarily want, and it's very hard to save up for some more expensive initiatives because he will be constantly spending. But he should be the only bad one. What else do we have? Increased travel speed of soldiers through secure, stable zones, never a bad thing. Start with higher reputation, also never a bad thing. Manually control airstrikes. So besides the Impulsive Shopper, everything else here is a pretty good setup. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map features. Corruption rises significantly faster, so that's going to make the anti-corruption initiatives more important. So I gotta keep an eye on that. Soldier outreach initiatives become significantly more expensive. That's annoying, but I've won games without that before. Usually it's just a couple of bucks. In the late game I might want it for the civil integration that has the soldiers like roll out initiatives on their own, but I don't know that I that's detrimental. I can probably work with it. Priority concern. Locals in this region have a significant concern to be addressed. That is a double-edged sword, because if you don't address it, they will be very, very upset with you, and that will make it much harder to stabilize the region. But if you do, then you have the advantage of getting a lot of zones stable quickly. The only thing is, it's very much a question of what the concern is, because if it's something like education or roads, that's something I like to roll out anyway. If it's something more specific than that, then that's a little trickier to deal with. Coalition soldier deployment time increased significantly, but cannot be extended. Again, another double-edged sword. It gives you more time to get your national soldiers up to snub, but you don't have the option to extend in case you get pushed into a corner. And finally, advanced development. Some civilian initiatives already funded. Never a bad thing. Having extra initiatives is never a bad thing. This is probably the most features I've seen on any one of these challenges. I wonder if 5 is the maximum. Let's take a look at the player tactics. We have targeted construction, manually choose garrison location. So I'm manually choosing garrisons and airstrikes. So a lot of manual control here, which is not a bad thing. Start with higher support level. So higher support level plus higher reputation means they like me a lot more. And then accelerated training, speed up training of soldiers. Those are some pretty solid options, honestly. It means, again, I guess it makes this matter less, because if the training of the national soldiers is sped up, then that means I can roll them out much faster, so that's not a bad thing. Excuse me. And finally, the insurgent strength increases in zones with a cave. That I've seen a bunch of times, and it just means I need to buy cave tactics at some point and keep an eye out for where those caves are. So, unless there's any surprises in where the camps pop up, I think this will be a fairly straightforward challenge. I don't really see any big ones. Translator's Striking and Crime Syndicate are really the only two that are significant challenges here, and I guess the Impulsive Shopper, but I've dealt with him before. As long as he keeps spending money on initiatives, he should be fine, which I try to anyway. So overall, I think this will be a fairly straightforward challenge. Let's go ahead and see how it turns out. All right, and here we are in Shimmering Dam. Let's see. So the insurgents don't have territory, neither do we. Normally when I do this where we actually have to worry about the dam, I like to put my HQ here because it's somewhat close to the largest city in the region, and it also can defend the dam. We don't have that issue now, so I have the option to go somewhere else. I've tried putting it here before, but what I found is you have two walls in Azure Dam. You've got a wall here and a wall here, and these two zones actually, and those both make it difficult for initiatives to move past them. So I don't like to put it here because what I've found is that this whole area will get stable and then this will be a mess. But what I think I want to try to do, since the dam is not an issue and I don't need to protect this zone specifically, I think I'm going to try putting it here. It's a remote zone, but it is, on a main road, so I think I can stick it there and it should be able to spread out well. So let's give it a shot. You know, we got nothing to lose. Let's give it a shot. Alright, let's see. Oh, good, it's already starting. Well, I mean, he got School Regeneration, so that's one I like to buy anyway. It said some civilian initiatives already funded. We did not get much to work with. We got just the start of 2 of these, so that's fine. So we're going to start with Intel, and then we're going to come over here. We're going to get this and this. And do I want to get that? No, I'll let it tick down first before I get the roads. And we'll go ahead and we'll grab Intel, and then we'll let it go for a little while. Say maybe in June I'll get the next one. Yep. Let's go ahead and get ourselves some roads, and we're gonna go ahead and get the outreach office as well. That'll speed up the rollout. Okay, I need to be cognizant of the corruption. I might get effective procurement early once I get my initial run of initiatives rolling out. Alright, let's go ahead and grab highways. Yep, and then I think I will grab anti-corruption 1. Need $1 more for it. It costs 12. So far we're getting them roll out. Okay. Let's go ahead and jump over here. Cost 13 because of inflation, I assume. Let's go ahead and get it. I know that corruption rises more quicker, so I need to be a little more careful about that in this particular run. Nobody wants anything yet as far as we can see. These are greener than they usually start as. I think that's the extra support level that we start with. Not a bad thing. Oh, we're getting some interest in education. Let's let it keep going for a minute. Let's go ahead and get water. That's all. No, let's go ahead and get telecoms. Telecoms is a good one to start early, since it scales. It gives you additional support level. Hey, why am I losing? It's probably from, it's from corruption. All right, maybe I'll grab anti-corruption too. And what I think I'm going to do in this one, well, we're getting more intel. It's got. Okay. Let's go ahead and what do people want? People want more education, but I got 2 runs of education. Let's get water and health, and then I think I'm going to go for effective procurement. Oh, no, I'm not. No, first I got to deal with the insurgents, because they've officially bumped up. So I got to get my first soldier out and running. Let's do that. And let's see what we can see. Now in this one, transportation is very important since it's so spread out and there's no like really good central place to go. Alright, they're up there, so let's send you up here to gather some stuff. I think since you're going to be, I'm going to be using the military to gather data, to gather intel, I'm at least going to get that one. And that was more expensive than I would have liked. Yep, we no longer have desire for education, which is not a bad thing. Let's see if this is... Yeah, that's 12. I don't think it's worth it to get that at this stage in the game. We'll do other things first. What I slowly want to do... I'm not going to be able to fight them directly, but I slowly... Let's get out a second soldier, and I slowly want to move in that general direction. Let him take it for now. Let me get closer. Oh, great. Stable already. It's probably because there's like a couple thousand people who live there. That's what I get for being at least. Oh, awesome. We get a rural, a rural specialist. My opinions on specialists in general is they give a slight boost to whatever soldier they're attached to. I try to attach them where they're going to do the most good. Rural, I find, is not probably the least useful of them because it's where the fighting tends to happen the least. Usually at the end game you will be in the remote zones, and also in the early game they will in the mid game the insurgents will constantly be attacking cities like this one. So I might scrap it for money. I am noticing now I'm probably going to interrupt this to go down here because there is very much a camp there. So I am actually going to put you here and let this guy keep wandering. I couldn't get there in time. Okay, that's a little frustrating. But I can at least destroy the camp. Let's let him do his thing. We'll get you down here. And I think now is a good time to get effective procurement. And let's see, I have some people wanting water. I already bought water, so that's fine. Insurgent camp destroyed. That's good. Let's kick them out of there. And they'll end up here, hopefully. If they run down here, I'm going to send a soldier down there to cut them off. Nope, we're good. Alright, let's continue absorbing that. We got insurgent activity is the problem, and it's this city is the problem. So what I need to do is really get my intel going. Because I just am not getting there fast enough, and it's because this is taking a while to roll out. Okay, I think we're going to take the extra cash, and I think we're going to pump that cash into drones, and that will at least help us gain some intel. Alright, let's move you over here. Okay, good. Alright, now we're going to send him over here to fight those guys off. And do we have enough to get this guy out? We do. Corruption and insurgent activity are the big problem, so let's keep focusing on insurgent activity. Let's get our second national soldier out. Yep. That's our problem. I see that. That's fine. They can have that zone. I'm not super worried about it. Okay, we're getting intel there. Oh, awesome. Another camp. That's great. Okay. Once this guy takes it out, he'll support, and that should be enough to kick those guys out of the region. We're going to go ahead and, what do we want to do? We are going to need more stable zones, but we're doing okay for right now, and the insurgents are really kicking up a fuss, so I think we're going to get, Garrisons started. And he'll support them there. And if it's enough to kick them out, which it might be... Well, we have a garrison. Let's go ahead. This is a good spot. Let's go ahead and put it there. Not the best spot, but it's a good spot. I'll give them a little extra support. I see them coming to attack over here, but this zone is the priority right now. I might get another coalition soldier if I need to. Come on. You guys can do it. You guys can do it. Okay, there we go. Alright, he's got it. He's got it. Off he goes. Now you go over here. We kicked him into the mountains, and that's fine. But we are... Yeah, oh, our lack of stability is kicking up now at this point. Let's move you here, and now let's focus on PR. Okay, good. That'll be a big blow to them. That'll help a lot. Oh, another camp there. Got to be cognizant of that, but not a heck of a lot I can do. Ooh, a remote specialist. I think we'll get that. Let's see. By the time I pick it up, we'll see what's more valuable: that or the cash. All right, go ahead and grab it. What I think I'm gonna do is get PR2 because I do need a lack of stability is starting to become more of a problem. Let's send you up here. So I've got 2 soldiers. Great, awesome, that's good. Okay, I think I will deploy the remote specialist. That's gonna come in handy in the late game. I'll put it here. All right, cool. We're starting to get some stable zones now, so we're doing okay. Corruption is our highest problem right now, but the insurgents are still pretty strong. So I think I'm gonna get another thing of water because that'll help. That'll help with my support. And there's at least one zone that wants more of it, so that'll be helpful to do. Yep, there it is. Cool. That'll be good for the cities as well. I don't want him to just sit there and irritate the locals in a city. I can probably gain a few extra support points by kicking that guy out. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, cool. All right, we're starting to gain some momentum now. Let's go ahead and grab Anti-Corruption 3 once I have the option to do so, which I do now. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, great. Oh, it was an empty zone. Perfect. Let's let him sit there to collect the intel. Okay, good. Okay, great. And again, another garrison. I'm going to put it here because I find that this area they're in right now is the hardest spot to control. So having a couple extra, having a few extra garrisons there is probably a good way to go. Okay. Alright, making progress. Making a lot of progress. This is good. Alright. I am going to lose my coalition soldiers eventually, so let's get our national soldiers rolled out again. And I'm actually going to swap these two since the remote specialist will do more good in this region. I do want to give them a little bit of a boost. Corruption is still giving me trouble. Did I buy Anti-Corruption 3 yet? Yes, I did. So let's go ahead. We'll go all the way. We'll get Anti-Corruption 4. There's a camp here. But I think it'll be too much to go try to get it. Maybe I can send this guy over to try to take it out. Yeah, let's do that. I think I can do it. And we're going to do Anti-Corruption 4. And then I think we're going to buy some upgrades for our national soldiers. Good. And the other camp is here. I'm not worried about that right now. Yep. Alright. Upgrade time. Both of my soldiers are positioned well, so let's start with the extra firepower. And I might actually be able to start pushing these guys. This might be an empty zone. Let's go ahead and stick you there and see if we can take it out. I'm going to move him, because this is the best place to cut him off. Well, unless I need support. No, I think I'll be okay. I'll let them take that zone, and we'll slowly push them that way, and that'll be fine. We'll give our national soldiers a little bit more movement. I also need to be conscious of overcommitting the national soldiers, or the coalition soldiers, because eventually I am going to lose them. We're going to go ahead, let's see. So with this, it's basically lose reputation, or a 50% chance of losing reputation, gain a little bit of reputation, or gain a lot of reputation, or gain more reputation. Now, it's only 0-1-2, or a little bit loss, 0-1-2, but there is actually another event coming that'll gives you the opportunity for more reputation that you can only do if you prepare the land for the refugees now. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Alright, let's put you up here and have you start doing some fighting. And yep, that's fine. I knew that was going to happen. And I should be able to push them that way. I don't think there's that many in this zone. Oh, one of them was killed immediately? Interesting. All right. I do think it's time to get Foreign Relations Office because eventually that's going to pop up and it'll be better to have not be surprised by it. Okay, good. Kicking those guys out. They are not interested in talking yet. I could use a little bit more reputation, so I think I'll do that. Let's go ahead and threaten them. And then we'll just play a little game of leapfrog here. Send this guy over. And we're going to go ahead and get our... Yeah, we're going to get our last soldier going. Okay. He's able to fight him off. We have another garrison available. This area is probably going to be empty fairly soon, so I'm not super worried about getting it. Oh, cool. I'm not going to try to protect this one too much since it's in the mountains and probably not available yet. Okay, great. Yeah, that was helpful. Okay. Yeah, let's see if you can fight him off a little bit. Yep, there it is. I think it is time to get some airstrikes then. And we'll go ahead and take it. As I want to use the coalition soldiers while I have the opportunity to do so. In fact, I might get another one. I do not want to lose this one again, though, once this battle is over, which I think it just is. Yep, it is. I'll send him back to take that out. We need to get our cave combat tactics. There we go. And we're going to send you over here to take this out. And we need to clean that up fast. Okay. Alright, good. Got that covered. We have our... Yep, this is what I had talked about before, so let's go ahead and do that. And we are going to need another coalition soldier to fully clean up this area. Interesting. So, okay, once this guy is done, I don't really know where that one came from. But we have to send these guys home, so let's retreat you. And let's push them back into the mountains for now. I'm really not sure where that one's coming from. There's got to be a camp somewhere in this region. So what we're going to do is we're going to increase the number of those. And then what I want to do is start getting some dirt roads going. Because we are at the point where we're going to want to start invading those areas. Alright, there's definitely a camp right around this area. Let's go ahead and threaten them again. Might be in here for all I know, but I don't know. Okay, let's send you over here. Yeah, that can't be a coincidence that we just got so many at the same time. Let's go ahead and take that out. And I've had a garrison sit in my pocket for a while. Let's just slowly start surrounding this region. I'm going to put it here. There we go. And what will probably be helpful, actually, is this one, because it will make each of these garrisons offer some support level, and that will help us win the game. Yep, they retook it. That's fine. I think I can get them taken out. We're going to get our last upgrade and have them come over here and drop a bomb. Is it enough? Yep, there's the camp. Okay, cool. He's going to need to clear out this zone again, but we can do it. Subtle pressure again. I'll give it a couple minutes. We got another airstrike. Let's go ahead and let's wait until these guys are pushed, because I think this battle is almost over. Yep, off they go. And then what I will do is we have opportunity for more. Let's go ahead and we're at the point where we can start getting our security and our... what is that called? Our universal justice. Okay, we're going to take this out, that camp out, send you over here to deal with that real quick, and then we will send them on back to empty this zone. I guess we can move him up here. Nope, we can't. Nope. As soon as I move him, they start to attack. Alright, we're at 20, which means we need to spend on something, or else we're going to lose some of that money because of the impulse. Well, not lose, but he'll spend it on something that we might not necessarily want. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's start softening this area up. And I think getting precision munitions is a good idea as well. Alright, great. Send you over here. What's this? Wait, hold on. Nope, I need to attack here. I need to protect that area. I think it might be worth getting another coalition soldier just to finish the job over here. Because right now I think maybe one is not enough to defend this whole area. Okay, what's this? We want to increase pay. Whenever you get this one, if you have coalition soldiers, in order to do this option, you need as many coalition soldiers or more as you have national soldiers. If you get it early in the game, you can get away with it. Here we can't. So then you only have these two options, and increased pay is the only good option. It strengthens the national soldiers, and the other option makes the insurgents stronger. So we don't want that. Alright. That's good. Let's move you over here to support that guy. And we're going to go ahead and get bigger bombs. That's alright. Softening them up, excuse me. Slowly killing them off, which is exactly what we want. And I'm fairly certain this is empty, but I don't want to move it in, because if I move it in, then these guys will run a different direction and I can't control them. So now that they run that way, I'm going to bring him over here to take him out and deliver the final blow. Oh, yeah, I will grab a coalition soldier. Just a little bit of a boost. Okay, come on up here and protect that area. We are also going to, it's probably worthwhile to increase our roads. You know what? We haven't rolled out electricity yet. Let's do that. Probably not necessary at this stage in the game, but not a bad thing to have. Let's go ahead and help this guy out. Yep, that helped. Okay. And now we have this battle over here. Hopefully that will end the area in this region, or end any of the fighting over there. Okay, great. What I want to do as well is increase the strength of my garrisons just a little bit. Okay. Almost there. Yeah, let's go ahead and break it up. Awesome. And what I want to do as well is get outreach programs going. Remote outreach, excuse me. Okay, it might pop up here again, but if I move fast, I might be able to take out this whole area. Actually, I think I only need one guy to do this. Let's go ahead and put you here. Let's move you over here to protect. And actually, what I'm going to do is move him here, move you here to take out the camp, because you should get there pretty fast. And okay, another one. You gain more reputation here and the opportunity for more reputation later. Or if you do this too early in the game, you'll get yelled at by the conservatives in like the rural and remote zones. But we are late enough in the game and people like us enough that we can do it. So let's just go ahead and do that. Alright, you send them over there. Let's go ahead and start with this zone. And let's go ahead and grab civil assistance. A little more expensive than I want it to be. Okay. We are getting close. What's our reputation at? Let's threaten one more time. Alright, is he going to push him out of the way fast enough? No, he's not. I got to move him, because if I don't, it's going to be a problem. We got another garrison. Let's just continue to surround this whole area. That'll make it much, much easier to clear them out. Okay, they're running. Great. We'll put it here. Okay. Making progress. As soon as he's in there and he's got it relatively under control, now we'll go ahead and drop him. Boom. Okay. Again, I need to keep spending on things. Let's go ahead and get remote subsidies rolled out. That will help with the remote zones that I need to stabilize. And we got the drones helping out there. Let's go ahead and put it here. Okay, good. What I was hoping for is I didn't want to attack this zone until someone was going here. This battle isn't going great. Let's help them out. And let's move you down here to empty this zone, and that should push them into these mountains. Female pilot makes headlines. Good for her. Alright, subtle pressure, we're at 100%, which means I can just do that every single time that event pops up. I realize these two are apparently doing nothing, but I'm basically preventing another camp from popping up over in this region. Let's go ahead and give ourselves civil integration, and that will help. Let's do this zone. Okay, there we go. And now he'll be able to help the coalition soldier. Alright, what do we got? They still are not ready to talk. Let's go ahead and, what's our reputation at? 59? Yeah, we'll go ahead and threaten again. Maybe that's the wrong call, but, you know. Okay. Alright, we're gaining more rep. Let's do another airstrike. Keep them coming until that zone's cleared. Oh, we got a civilian casualties. Unfortunate. I don't like to do it unless if it's more than 10%, so we're going to go ahead and apologize. We will express our deepest regrets. There we go. Okay, good. I think awesome. Kicking them out. Great. Now this zone should be clear pretty soon. How are you guys doing? This one's almost there. I do need to protect that one. Let's bring him down here. And let's go ahead and grab some more roads. And make our airstrikes happen faster. Okay, help them out. Great. What we got? Rollback reforms, engage. This is what I was talking about. So now we basically have, again, you got two bad options on the side, and then this one I think you can only do if you did a full reform, which is basically we're going to debate the people who think, you know, women aren't people, and we're going to tell them they're wrong, and we are going to, you know, make life better for the Shimmering Dam, or whatever the name of this one is. This one is now stable, which means this guy's back in the game. Let's go ahead and, there was something I wanted to do, but I can't remember what it was. That's right. Oh, engage critics. Engage critics. That's what I wanted to do. There we go. And that just kind of, you spend a couple bucks to protect your reputation and stop insurgents from gaining a bonus. So not a bad thing to do. Not a bad trade-off at all. Let's go ahead and take out this camp. Okay. And there's another, once this guy is done fighting, there's another camp up here that I'm going to go up and take out. Now we're going to try to talk, and we're good. Alright, yep, slow progress negotiations. We're getting there. You don't need to be there anymore, so let's bring you over here. You are still protecting this zone. Let's go ahead and let's get some democracy up in here. That seems like a good idea. And we'll go ahead and grab the second level of security as well. Okay, let that tick up a little bit. Okay, more peace talks. Alright, good. This is a good position here. Alright, good. Camp is destroyed. Let's bring him over here to support. And yeah, we are at the point where it's just a matter of time. Let's go ahead and prioritize elections. We're doing pretty good. I think we can have them under control within a year. Okay, good. Both of those are cut off. Insurgents banned, and then I think we're actually going to be able to take them out now. We're very close. We need to cut off this zone and this zone. No, let's not do it yet. Let's push them into this corner, and then that is in my experience in this one, while they are in the mountains, even if this zone is stable, I find that to fully finish them off, it's much easier to send them over here. And the reason for that is this is only adjacent to 3 zones, whereas this is adjacent to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's a lot more to like contain. We could probably do it, honestly, but it's easier to fight on the plains anyway. So let's go ahead and push them out. Elections due to be held. We'll go ahead and do our subtle pressure again, and we'll send you up here to push them out. Oh, I need to spend on more things. Go ahead and do that. Okay, never mind. Let's bring him here to take out that camp. And as soon as the soldier is there, we'll go ahead and bomb it. It's done. Insurgents apologize is what we want. And that should be it. Okay, done. What we got? Now we can do, as soon as this zone is clear, we can go ahead and do full elections. Gains us 5 rep. And now it's a game of whack-a-mole with the camps until the game ends. I want to avoid using airstrikes, which is why it's actually good that I manually control them. The reason I want to avoid using airstrikes is that airstrikes will cause insurgents to appear, and we don't really want that. This is probably just a random refugee crisis reaches breaking point. We are going to go ahead, and it's already spraying us. So with this is the secondary one, and basically we can choose, if we do nothing, there's going to be a fight. We don't like that. We can pay the neighboring region. That's just if we have a bunch of money. This is somewhere in between, and we lose some support in the region. We have reputation to spare, though, and we have money to spare. So let's just go ahead and pay off, and that'll be fine. Imprison all insurgent leaders. It's no more than they deserve. And what we're going to do is set up camps, or set up garrisons as we can in the areas where there isn't, where there are not currently stable. And oh no, I don't want to do that. We're gonna send him home. We're gonna bring him up here, and we're just gonna try to run out the peace talks as quickly as possible. If we do that, then we might not need to worry about any more insurgents coming back, which would be awesome. Yeah, we just need another month. Oh no, okay, yep, we were so close. Oh wow, they came back fast too. Okay, let's go ahead and let's soften them up as best we can. And where do I want them to end up? This is what I was talking about with, I'm going to bring this guy over here to take him out. If I demand concessions, I'm going to lose a bunch of, if I agree to this peace deal, I'm going to lose a bunch of reputation as we disassemble the insurgents. So we are going to try to take them out peacefully first. Once we have these guys taken out, which should be hopefully fast. Let's go ahead and keep bombing them. Oh, cool. Yep, there we go. The good news about fighting in a zone like this is you get a ton of support. Okay, that's good. We're going to leave him here. Let's go ahead and do subtle pressure again. And now we should be able to agree to peace deal. Oops. Agree to peace deal. And that should be it. And we're done. Now we just wait for it to finish. This last one. And that's it. All green. Nice. Alright, cool. We have a victory. That one was pretty straightforward, honestly. There wasn't really a point where I thought I was going to lose. I think this one was a fairly simple one. Yeah, I don't really have a lot to say on this one, honestly. The only thing I needed to keep track of that was running into trouble was making sure I had less money than the impulsive shopper could spend. And I also just needed to keep an eye on corruption. But other than that, there really wasn't too much issue. Even corruption didn't rise above like 50% or so. It was pretty standard. Early on, I started to lose some due to stability, but my reputation stayed strong. It was only at about 50. We lost some to insurgent activity. At the beginning, that was a little tricky dealing with the city that was taken. I needed to try to get that back, and maybe I took a little longer than I would have liked to do it. But honestly, overall, it really wasn't too bad. Really wasn't too bad to take care of it. So yeah, pretty easy victory. What did you guys think? Did you guys have any trouble with this? Go ahead and leave a comment if you did, or if you didn't, if you found it as simple as I did. And if you liked this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a good week.